I basically kind of want to talk about the three wolves because we Primal Wolf, we Wolf Pack, and I want to kind of talk about the three wolves and kind of their strengths and their weaknesses and then what we could see in the Universal Tournament because their universe doesn't get destroyed in this exhibition match. So we're definitely going to see them, hopefully in this next couple of episodes of Universal Tournament, and it's gonna be pretty interesting. So let's start off with Basil, which was the Red Wolf name. His ability was kind of, or talent you would say, was kind of basically using his legs. And against Majin Buu, he did a pretty nice job. If it wasn't Majin Buu, I would say he probably would have did a good, damage on the opponent because of that. But since it was Majin Buu, and Majin Buu is basically kind of like a damn piece of gum, you kick through him, it's just gonna go straight through him, and then he can just pop that sucker back, which we saw in that episode. So as far as like Basil and his strength was pretty nice. He doesn't really use his arms, I would say, unless he's like shooting keys or whatever. I don't even think he actually used his arms in his final because most of the time it was just crossed and he was using his legs. So he's more of a leg kicker, kind of like Harangue off Taken 7, I would say, using his legs to his advantage, popping keys out of his legs or whatever. And then him, and then also in that episode we saw him use a piece of a fruit or a drug, as we say. I believe they said that in there. And the drug was pretty nice. I feel like the drug was his downfall because the drug, like he said, like, well, the Supreme High, the other, whatever that evil looking dude, he said that it was kind of, he doesn't know what it'll do to their body, as what he said. And he gave him the little fruit drug. And, Basil got fucking huge. He looked like he looking crazy, though. But I feel like that was his kind of a downfall because he's fighting Majin Buu. Basil couldn't really do anything because Majin Buu absorbs the attacks, which is kind of interesting to see that back. Because the last time we saw that was when Goku was fighting Majin Buu for the first time, and that same situation was happening to him. Goku was putting all his strength into Majin Buu, and Majin Buu just sitting there sponging that shit up like a piece of gum, which is pretty interesting. And then Vegeta did the same thing. Basil was a great fighter. It's just his, I guess you would say, weakness was the drug that he used. It kind of was his downfall. Probably put a lot of pressure on his body. And two, he was fighting freaking Majin Buu, which is like a piece of gum. As far as what we could see in the next couple of episodes that we'll probably see him in which we can see him basically probably, I would say, mastering the drug, I would say, where it doesn't take so much down pressure on him, I guess. And then two, maybe even seeing new moves from him because he's seen that, what his power can do. He may even go back at Majin Buu because of that, like kind of like a revenge thing since he's a wolf. Wolves usually go back at the opponent for like revenge, I would say. So we may see that. I feel like the next time we see him, Basil's gonna basically probably knock the dog shit out of Majin Buu. We don't know. He may figure out Majin Buu's weakness. I don't know, but it'll be nice to see Basil actually come back and maybe fucking use his arm or something. Maybe he'll be like a fighter and use both legs and arms, as we see him using mostly legs in this episode or in that episode. Next wolf, which was Lavender, which was the small dude that fought against Gohan, and his ability was basically like poison. He uses poison as his advantage, which is super nice because it droughts or eats away at the opponent, which it did Gohan. So his power is pretty sick. It's pretty nice if you get poisoned because like the longer you fight, the more downfall is gonna go on your body. So his power is pretty sick. It's strong. I really like his power, but his downfall is he's not that strong. Like the only thing that gave him an advantage was the poison. That's what the first thing he did against Gohan. He poisoned him, poisoned his eyes. So that was smart on his part. The thing that kind of was his downfall was he's basically kind of weak. He's not that strong. His other brother, which was Basil, I would say Basil's definitely stronger than him outside the poison situation. Lavender small. He feels like, I think he was the youngest brother. I'm not even sure. No, I think Basil was the youngest brother. But other than that, I think Lavender, he has a cool ability, a cool talent to him with the poison. Other than that, he's not that strong. He can't probably, because Gohan basically just seismic tossed this dude off some damn Pokemon Charizard shit. He seismic tossed him, and that was basically it. Now, granted, he did, Gohan did put some, moves on him during the rest of this episode, but Lavender really can't really take that much damage because he's probably small and weak and, chubby-ish or smallish. So Lavender, he has a nice ability. It's really powerful because all you gotta do is play the waiting game, and the poison can basically kill your opponent or knock him out, you would say. But the bad thing is he's not that strong, and Gohan was basically using this as a training session, and Gohan whooped the dog shit out of him. Let's just say that. Without the poison, Gohan probably whooped the dog shit out of him. So as far as the next couple of episodes, as far as seeing him in the Universal Tournament, I would say he may get a little bit more powerful than what he was. Like, he may be able to be in a situation where he may use a drug, kind of like Basil did, to be stronger, or he may actually, train with the gods. We may see that and become more stronger than what he is. Maybe the poison will be a situation where it covers his whole body, because usually we saw the poison cover, his arms and hands and stuff like that with him punching. So we may see, Lavender use the poison more as his advantage. We may not, but it'll be nice to see, Lavender actually improve, and also Basil to see them improve, because we saw a little bit of them. It'll be pretty nice to see them, because I would love for them to actually be in Xenoverse 2 or Xenoverse 3, hopefully. So as far as Lavender, good fighter, good talent, not very strong of a fighter. Can't really take that much shots. Last brother, which was Bergamo, which we saw in recent episode, Dragon Ball Super episode 81. Now, Bergamo, I would say, right on tippity top, he's a really good fighter. Like, he can fight. Like, before, he did his ability, his talent or whatever, he put a good fight against Goku, even though Goku was in his base form. Bergamo actually is a good looking fighter. Like, he can fight, I would say, because he's buff, he's strong. He's not like super skinny or super small. He's like the right size for him as a fighter. So as far as Bergamo, he can fight. He has a really good, fighting ability. Now, the downfall to me, which was in the episode, was his damn talent or ability. His talent was basically, absorbing attacks and using that power against him. Now, when he absorbs attacks, he gets bigger. And we all know when an opponent absorbs another person's ability and gets bigger or whatever, all you got to do is overload them. We've seen this plenty of times with plenty of enemies. Every time we see somebody that absorbs their power, all you got to do is keep on overload them, keep on punching, just like what Goku did. Kept on punching to overload them, because there's going to be a limit to that. Like, they say they limitless, it's going to be a limit to, their ability or how big they can get, because they can't be getting freaking humongous earth size. Like, that's just crazy. There's going to be a limit to them, and that's basically what Goku did. So that was basically Bergamo's downfall, or his weakness, was absorbing that power. He keeps on absorbing it, and the more bigger he gets, the slower he gets, and the more, open his weaknesses are going to be, because the bigger you get, the more slower you are. And that's basically what Goku did. Made him so big, he's so damn slow, can't hit nobody. So that's basically Bergamo's downfall. He has a really good fighting ability. Like, he can fight. I can say that. He can fight. Like, cause before he got all that big and shit, he was putting up a good fight against Goku, and that's what Goku said. Like, you're a really good fighter. Downfall, weakness, his ability. Like, he relies too much on his ability, as you can see, because he just stands there as it says, Goku, hey, come punch me. And Goku's like, okay, and sees his ability. Gohan uses it as his advantage because he gets bigger and whoops the dog shit out of Bergamo. So, and then also, Goku tells Bergamo that, hey, you're a good fighter, but try to use your own ability. Don't use somebody else's power. Use your own. That's all Bergamo has to do in order for him to be a really good fighter in, this tournament. So, like, as far as these three wolves, I would say Bergamo will probably be the strongest. Basil will probably be, in that situation where if he uses more than his legs, he'd be a really good fighter, but he's probably going to just use his legs. And then Lavender can be, he's the poison guy, so he could definitely, poison people and use that as his advantage. So they got some really Lavender and Basil got some really good talents. I would say Lavender has a really awesome one because of the poison. And Bergamo has a good ability, but if you can't hit nobody, you can't do shit because you're too damn big. So Bergamo, just all he gotta do is rely on his own ability or power instead of somebody else's. Lavender gotta fucking get stronger and not beat the dog shit out of him, and I guess use his poison a little bit more. I guess I don't know. And then Basil, don't heavily rely on drugs because it can fuck you up at the end, and try to be a little bit more, I guess mysterious and use more than his legs, because you can always take some opponent's legs out of the situation. So those are three wolves. They were pretty nice, and I really did enjoy them. I would love to see them improve, and I would love to see more, because we're essentially going to get 10 fighters each universe, and that was just 3. So imagine if we see other brothers of the wolves. They say only 3 of them, but imagine if we see other ones, and imagine if we see other types of animals or something in here. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with Universe 9, because they have a low human situation. So I don't think it will be humans. Maybe it'll be just more animals or something. Maybe it'll be a fox or a freaking bird or something. So thank y'all for watching this. We kind of got into the 3 wolves, and like I said, if you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to turn on notifications. I will appreciate it. And be sure to join my links down in the description, my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Discord. Definitely hit them up. Hit them with a follow. Definitely join. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.